Welcome to another episode of Savadestan Ask. Today we have a very special guest with us, Elahe. Elahe is a fitness expert and personal trainer, and she's here to talk about physical fitness and exercises. Welcome, Elahe.
Thank you for having me, Zeinab. I'm excited to be here and talk about one of my favorite topics.
Great. Let's dive right in. Elahe, why is physical fitness so important?
Well, physical fitness is important for so many reasons. First and foremost, it helps us maintain a healthy body weight and reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. It also improves our mental health by reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. And of course, it gives us more energy and improves our overall quality of life.
That's a great point. So, what are some of the best exercises for improving physical fitness?
There are a lot of different exercises you can do to improve your physical fitness. But some of the best ones are cardiovascular exercises. This includes things like running, cycling, swimming, and dancing. These exercises get your heart rate up and improve your cardiovascular health. Strength training. This includes exercises like weightlifting, push-ups, and squats. The strength training helps build muscle and improve bone density. Flexibility exercises. This includes things like yoga and stretching. Flexibility exercises improve your range of motion and help prevent injury.
Those are great examples. Can you give us some tips for beginners who are just starting out with exercise?
Absolutely! Here are some tips for beginners. Start slow. If you're just starting out, don't try to do too much too soon. Start with short workouts and gradually increase the duration and intensity over time. Find something you enjoy. Exercise should be fun, so try to find an activity that you enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to do it. Try something else instead, like dancing or hiking. Get a buddy. Having a workout buddy can be a great way to stay motivated and hold yourself accountable. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're not sure how to do an exercise, or if you have questions about your workout routine, don't be afraid to ask a fitness professional for help.
Great tips. Now, what about people who have injuries or medical conditions? Can they still exercise?
Absolutely. In fact, exercise can be especially beneficial for people with injuries or medical conditions. Of course, it's important to talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program, especially if you have a medical condition. But in general, there are a lot of exercises that can be modified to accommodate injuries or medical conditions. For example, if you have a knee injury, you can do exercises that focus on your upper body instead.
That's good to know. So, what about diet? How important is diet when it comes to physical fitness?
Diet is incredibly important when it comes to physical fitness. You can exercise all you want, but if you are not fueling your body with the right nutrients, you are not going to see the results you want. A healthy diet should include plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. You should also drink plenty of water and limit your intake of processed foods and sugary drinks.
Great advice. are some common mistakes that people make when it comes to exercise and physical fitness?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do too much too soon. They jump into a workout routine that's too intense for them, and they end up getting injured or burned out. Another mistake is not giving their body enough time to rest and recover. Rest days are just as important as workout days because that's when your body repairs and rebuilds itself.
Those are good points. So, how often should people exercise?
That depends on the individual and their fitness goals. In general, though, adults should aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise per week. That breaks down to about 30 minutes of exercise per day, 5 days per week.
That's good to know. Now, what about people who struggle with motivation? How can they stay motivated to exercise?
That's a common issue, but there are a few things people can do to stay motivated. One is to set specific, measurable goals. For example, instead of saying, I want to get in shape, set a goal like, I want to run a 5 kilometer in 3 months. Another thing people can do is to find a workout buddy or join a fitness group. That way, they have someone to hold them accountable and make exercise more fun. And finally, people can reward themselves for reaching their goals. For example, if they reach their goal of running a 5 kilometer, they can treat themselves a massage or a new workout outfit.
Nice tips. So, Elahe, what are some of your favorite exercises or workouts?
I'm a big fan of strength training, so I love exercises like deadlifts, squats, and bench presses. But I also enjoy cardiovascular exercises like running and cycling. And I find yoga to be really beneficial for my mental health.
That's great. Now, what about people who have busy schedules? How can they fit exercise into their day?
It can be tough to find time for exercise when you have a busy schedule. But there are a few things people can do. One is to schedule their workouts into their day, just like they would any other appointment. They can also try to find ways to be active throughout the day, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator or going for a walk during their lunch break. And finally, they can try to find workouts that don't require a lot of time, like a 20-minute HIIT workout or a quick yoga flow.
Those are good suggestions. Elahe, do you have any final thoughts or advice for our listeners when it comes to physical fitness and exercise?
My final advice would be to find something that you enjoy and that works for you. Exercise shouldn't be a chore or a punishment. It should be something that makes you feel good and improves your overall health and well-being. So, whether it's running, weightlifting, yoga, or something else entirely, find what works for you and stick with it.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Elahe. This has been a real informative discussion on physical fitness and exercises.
Thank you for having me, Zeinab. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning into this episode of Savadestan Ask. We hope you found this discussion on physical fitness and exercise helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to us on social media. And be sure to tune in to our next episode where we'll be discussing another interesting topic. Until then, take care and stay healthy.